Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This video is we're mainly going to be covering a little bit of Stellar, but mainly XRP, just because a lot of news about XRP is coming out. So this video is going to be mainly dedicated towards that. Tomorrow's video I have is probably going to go over a lot of Vechain stuff, because there's also a lot of things coming out of Vechain. I do want to apologize for yesterday with no upload. I just wasn't really in the right headspace. I did let you guys know on Twitter though, so if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you do follow me so you just get little updates like that. I've also just been posting like just stuff, so just go follow me there. It'll also help me out. So let's start here, guys, and we'll get into it. XLM likely to rise higher after consolidation while XRP prepares for massive upwards move. Now make sure if you guys are just tuning in, you drop this video a like. So this is coming from at Crypto Mitch MNL, also known as Crypto Michael from Twitter. So this is his analysis. He says XRP is following stellar lumens with a price target of 30 cents. Ripple seems ready. We'll just dive into what he basically says though. So the market will see whether XLM will hold 8 cents as support. A higher rise is possible, the trader says, but not an immediate one. It will again take several attempts, and as we know right now, pretty sure Stellar's at about 9 cents or close to it. Yeah, 8.8 cents. It was at 9 yesterday, so it is holding it as support as of now. We just got to see if it's going to do anything. So after the consolidation, if XLM holds the 8 cents level of support, the coin is likely to spike towards 14 to 16 cents. So exciting stuff, guys. Michael described XRP as having reached a higher low after a long while, saying that now XRP is consolidating and is preparing to break the 100-day and 200-day MA. If that happens, the analyst expects the 4 largest coins to head for resistance at 24 cents and then 28 cents. Overall, the analyst stated that if XRP manages to confirm the breaking of the downtrend, the surge in price it will show is likely to be massive. He pointed out that this is even more likely to happen once XLM gets going, since XRP always follows this coin. Now, I know that XRP and XLM run in tandem. How I've seen it though, I always thought it was that XRP is more so leading XLM, but Crypto Michael here is saying XLM leads XRP. I'm not really sure which one it is. I always heard that XRP leads XLM, and from what I've seen, always looked that way, but maybe it actually is XLM. I'm definitely going to keep a closer eye on that, and if any of you guys have been keeping a closer eye on that, let me know in the comments whether or not which coin's following what. I always thought it was XRP leading XLM, but if I have that backwards, please let me know so I can fix my trading strategy accordingly. Sometimes it's hard to tell, XRP is going and then XLM's going, and it's hard to tell, which one is really leading. However, one time I did have a good trade because XRP was going up, and I was like, oh, I'm a little late to this, so I put some money into XLM, and then like a day later XLM went up. So I think they both it just really depends on what's breaking out first, Anyways, let's jump into this. I thought this was absolutely huge. The environmental impact, cryptocurrency mining versus consensus. You guys know the world's going green. Everybody wants to be energy efficient and everything like that. And the Ripple is coming off and basically having a sales pitch for XRP as that this is a green currency. And if you don't see the value of that by being able to say, hey, we're a green currency, I don't know what to say, because it's going to be huge. People aren't going to want to use Bitcoin, which takes up a ton of electricity and a ton of power, whereas XRP does not. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin is better than XRP or XRP is better than Bitcoin or anything like that. I don't want to throw sand in anybody's pants right now, but let's just be honest. XRP is quite superior to Bitcoin, at least in payments, right? Let's not talk about store of value. Let's not talk about anything else, but let's talk about payments. XRP is definitely superior. It's much faster. The fees are much lower. Every time I'm going to an exchange and I want to, let's say, trade for a crypto, I rarely ever am I looking for the Bitcoin pair first. I'm usually always looking for the XRP pair, because it's so much faster, it's so much easier, and makes the process so much more seamless. So anyways, guys, let's jump into this. Most currency used today, whether it's physical fiat currency like paper money or coins, or a digital asset like cryptos, is not eco-friendly. The long-term impact from producing these currency holds startling consequences for our planet. However, depending upon the specific digital asset, the energy consumption required to produce it varies widely. As adoption increases, industry leaders will need to move quickly to implement best practices and technology that reduce energy consumption to ensure our future for tomorrow. Again, guys, if you think that having a green currency isn't going to matter, I don't know what to tell you. It's 100% going to matter. This is where people want to move towards. We've already been going green, quote unquote, for a while now. Why would we not want to use a green currency? And it's just really awesome that Ripple is pitching themselves that way. It's like that they're envisioning what's going to happen in the future. People are definitely going to complain about energy consumption, and if XRP is one of those currencies that's not even using much energy, that's a good thing. So as a mechanism or algorithm, proof of work requires mining, an incredibly energy intensive process. Miners compete against each other to solve complex computational puzzles, a process that consumes large amounts of energy. And it goes on to say that, on average, a high-performing miner may rack up as much as $6,000. A 2018 study discovered that the hundreds of thousands of computers that work 24 hours a day to solve cryptographic puzzles and earn Bitcoin consumed 1.5 times the yearly energy consumption of Ireland, so more than an entire country. Consensus is a procedure that allows for a common agreement to be formed around which transactions are executed in order. This is referred to as the double spend problem, and one that proof of work mining constantly works to achieve while expending much energy in the process. The XRP ledger, also known as XRPL, confirms transactions through a unique consensus mechanism that consumes negligible energy. The XRPL utilizes a distributed agreement protocol, which establishes supermajority agreement or consensus around a given transaction. In effect, the consensus that governs transactions of the digital asset XRP solves for the double spend problem without the need for energy-intensive proof-of-work mining. As a digital asset itself, get this, guys, this is what I'm talking about. XRP was designed with sustainability in mind. It is an inherently green currency. All XRP is already in existence, meaning no unsustainable mining practices or additional energy is ever required to produce more, unlike other digital assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. For example, for every 1 million transactions, XRP could power 79,000 light bulb hours. In contrast, for every 1 million transactions, Bitcoin could power 4.51 billion light bulb hours. This means that the energy consumption of XRP is 57,000x more efficient. Energy consumption is a critical side effect of blockchain, and as we see greater adoption and usage of this technology across the global financial system, it's one topic that needs to be addressed to help ensure a sustainable future for our planet and the global economy. To learn more about why XRP is one of the most eco-friendly currency options available today, do you guys see how they're pitching this? Do you guys see how this is going to look to regulators, to people who are going to adopt this, the lawmaking? You know how this is going to look? This is why XRP, or not XRP, but this is why Ripple and the Ripple team have been working so close with regulators and governments and banks, because everything for them, they're already set up. The regulations aren't out yet, but do you think that Ripple hasn't been given, a kind of like a regulatory framework, maybe behind the scenes of, hey, you know what, as long as you just stick to this, this is probably what it's going to be. They're not going to work and put a ton of effort and energy into something without having clarity. Okay, so there might not be regulations announced yet, but if you think that Ripple doesn't have backdoor information into what regulations are probably going to be, I think you're dead wrong, and there's no way for me to prove that, but come on, let's be real. The Ripple team went to the White House and talked to the Trump administration. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, but Ripple actually did that. And the reason why I want to make a Ripple video today, guys, is just because I've seen so many dumb comments in my comment section of people saying XRP is a scam, Ripple is a failed project. Nonsense, complete and utter nonsense. And it just, I see so many people selling their XRP bags now. And let's just go here. Let's go to Twitter really quick. Let me show you guys a couple of my tweets. This is why you guys need to be following me on Twitter. When I started buying Vechain, everyone said it was a scam going nowhere, a shit project, that Sunny Lou was a scammer. Those same people are now FOMOing in, buying my half-cent bags. This is why you always do your own research and know what you hold. Those same people are now calling XRP a scam, right? People who are now buying Vechain, after they were saying it's a scam, now they're FOMOing in. And while they're FOMOing in, they're calling XRP a scam. And when XRP goes up, they'll start FOMOing in, and then they'll start calling some other coin a scam, right? This is how the game basically works, right? Again, I've seen more good news come out about Ripple and XRP this week than I've seen in a while. I've also seen more people turn bearish on XRP this week than in a while. Stop looking at price and look at what's happening on the ground floor. I don't know if people just don't realize, but what's happening right now is the last of the weak hands are being shaken out of XRP. I've seen so many people claim that they're dumping their bags. So many people claim that they're giving up on the project. And that's fine. If you want to get out, go for it. Go for it. Because once all the weak hands are out, that is when we can start our massive move up. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to bring that up. I get a lot of comments in my comment section of people saying Ripple is a scam, XRP is a scam, and these people obviously have no idea what they're talking about. If they knew what they were talking about and they knew what they hold, and they actually just read things on the Ripple website, you would know it's not a scam. And if it is a scam, it is the most profound, most regulatory compliant, that has the most people of power within the organization type scam that I have ever seen. This is the most well orchestrated scam that I have ever seen. Anyways, guys, I just want to bring this up because you can just by doing a quick Google search, you can discern most FUD that you see. Most things that you see are just completely BS, and most people just have absolutely no clue what they're talking about. And most of the time, the people who don't know what they're talking about have the largest opinions and express them the loudest. So if you can think for yourself and you don't have to jump on the XRP hate wagon just because the price isn't pumping, this channel might be for you. You might want to subscribe where, we actually go into projects and, we take a look at whether or not they're scams. We don't just call them scams just because price action is a little boring, right? Bitcoin's been at 9,200 the past 4 or 5 days, but we're not calling that a scam. Anyways, guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you drop this video a like so more people can see this. If you guys like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe. Prices for today, Bitcoin's at 9,200, XRP at 19 cents, Ethereum 238, Cardano at 12.9. We got Chainlink at 843. Guys, Chainlink, congratulations if you're holding Chainlink. Chainlink has been probably one of the best investments for most people so far. For me, it's been Vechain. Vechain sitting at 1.9 cents, Tezos at $3, Stellar at 8.8. And that's basically prices for today. Our fear and greed index is sitting at 44. So Bitcoin's doing nothing. Therefore, our fear and greed index is doing nothing. And let's get into some stuff that David Schwartz said. So Ripple CTO, which is David Schwartz, says he would almost certainly buy XRP if he didn't have any skin in the game. So let's get into this. In a series of tweets, David Schwartz claims that he would almost certainly invest in XRP even if he wasn't the chief technologist of the blockchain company behind it. Schwartz reports that at one point he owned more than 40 different tokens and he still holds some of them to this day. Almost certainly, I was a Bitcoin miner in 2011. I bought ETH in the first offering. I've held a number of ICO tokens and still hold some. I've probably owned at least 40 different tokens at one time or another. Schwartz is not an XRP tycoon. When the price reached 365 and back in January of 2018, Ripple's co-founders and bosses became filthy rich for a bit. Its former CEO, Chris Larsen, was technically one of the wealthiest people in the world with a net worth of nearly $60 billion. Unlike Larsen and Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb, Schwartz preferred a 2% stake in Ripple instead of XRP holdings, despite being the main architect of the cryptocurrency that is struggling to shrug off centralization accusations. Back in 2018, Schwartz claimed that Ripple didn't create XRP and its success wasn't actually correlated to the company itself. Fast forward to today when XRP is changing hands below 20 cents, and Schwartz believes that it is valued fairly. Speaking of an alternate universe in which he would not be laser focused on Ripple and proving that XRP is decentralized, Schwartz said that he would be working on something else. He wrote, "If I wasn't so focused on Ripple, I would probably be building tokenless smart contract systems." However, he's not fully convinced that programmable smart contracts are going to be a big deal in the future. So guys, that was interesting to see David Schwartz saying that even if he wasn't part of the Ripple team, he would still be buying in if he had no skin in the game. So that was interesting because we just got some FUD about David Schwartz a couple days ago, which was mentioned here at the end of this article, where he said that he thinks that tokens are priced fair. Everybody took this out of context and said, David Schwartz thinks that XRP is worth 20 cents. He never said XRP is worth 20 cents. He said that valuations are fair of all the current prices. If Bitcoin's at 9,000, it's where it needs to be. If XRP is at 20 cents, that's where it needs to be. Now, if a wealthy person or wealthy investors come in and deem these coins undervalued or overvalued, then they will buy or sell accordingly. But he never put a price on anything. He just said, hey, you know what, where it is where it is. And if you actually just look at that statement and you think about it, then you're all good. It makes sense. The problem is when people get too emotional about their investments and they start just making bad decisions. New details about PayPal's Bitcoin and crypto stance revealed. So PayPal came out and they confirmed that they will be basically allowing you to buy digital assets on PayPal. Now, I didn't see them explain exactly which assets, but they sent a letter to the EU. They talked about Libra a little bit, you know, how they've cut their ties with them, and that they want to hop into the crypto space despite them no longer being a part of Libra. So anyways, that news came out like a week ago, and now PayPal has confirmed that news. That is the video for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you do subscribe. I had some fun getting rid of some of this FUD that's going on. There's just so much FUD going on about XRP right now. So many people dumping their bags, and you know, I just felt like I had to come out here and make a video for it, just to at least give you guys an update. You know, sometimes it's hard to hold your coins or believe in your investment when people are spreading false news about it. But guys, just don't listen to false news. Don't listen to, you know, especially crypto Twitter, right? You don't just take things you see on crypto Twitter and run with it. Please do your own research. Do your own research, and your own research that go to the Ripple website. On the Ripple website, you can debunk most FUD, right? Just by using YouTube or Google, you can actually get the real answers. You know, for example, when people say XRP is a stable coin, it takes 5 minutes to figure out that XRP is not a stable coin. Anyways, guys, with that said, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, check us out on Twitter. There's also a Discord link in the description below if you want to come and talk with us. And with that said, I will see you all on the next video. Have a great day, everybody.